Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Cabin Fever and the Dean Callan Show. If anyone's seen the little kind of announcement that went out on Facebook about 15 minutes ago, turns out if I schedule a post on the software I'm using, it has to be like further than 15 minutes away. So it occurred to me I hadn't created like a cover image for this episode, and part of the reason for that was that nothing was working in the cabin after I did a DJ set yesterday. I thought it would all just go back to the way it was, but you know, it took some tinkering, and I was putting everything back, and I thought to myself, doing Mindful Mondays is just like, and Talking Tools Tuesday, I love the themed thing, but I'd rather theme an entire episode around one drink. Like, let's just do an episode on the martini. And then if I were to look back on the martini episode and just be like, you know what, I'm feeling like rehashing the martini episode, do another martini episode, but it'd be martini Mark II, whatever, right? Because I thought, what do I want to watch? And I started doing this to give people a distraction, to take them away from the horror of sitting at home all day and not being able to work and not knowing where your next, check is coming from. And that, being reminded that that's what someone's intending to do reminds you of it. Like myself and my wife, we turn on the TV and all there is to watch is, COVID stuff. So I'm kind of over that. And I'm thinking to myself, what would I like to see? And I'd like to see episodes dedicated to something. If it's a Ramos Gin Fizz episode, if it's a shaking episode, if it's a stirring episode, if it's big ice cube single in a shaker versus small ice, and that's all we do for the whole episode, great. So today, given that I'd already queued up a couple of things, I am going to make a couple of drinks. I'm going to enjoy those drinks, but I'm going to make them with Never Never, right? And the reason for that is I did my normal queuing up. This is what I've seen over the internet in the last few days that I think is awesome. And Sean Baxter, who is just a total legend, did a video calling on bartenders, professional bartenders, he says in his video, I think, right? So that cuts me out of it. Oh, God. Wait, yeah, someone's calling me. So the frickin' screen's frozen. Hold on. All right, are we back? All right. All right. Right, how is that? Do you see what I'm talking about? It takes like an hour to get the place set up and do all the checks, yeah? So, rewind all the way back. Look at the disheveled kind of, I'm not focused. But look, I got this new screen. I wonder if I can bring it out so that you can actually see it. Let's get that camera to not close again. So there we go. Can you see it? Look, right? So this is a whole new screen. Has it frozen again? Oh my God. Yeah, this is a whole new screen that comes out of the wall, right? So now, if you can see here, I can see your mother flipping comments, right? Not that this doesn't seem to have the range to get all the way over there, but I've decided until I got some work coming in that I know I definitely have coming in, I'm not going to spend any more money on the show, right? Until I know I can earn some money. But now I can see your comments. So yeah, Kevin, all good, mate. Thank you very much, Kevin. All good. And we got Joe Wodsack saying, "Gin, feed me," right? I don't know what else, right? There we go. I can see comments, I can interact. It makes it way more fun. So, as I was saying, I hope you got audio. I decided to scrap the whole like doing Mondays and everything. I'm now going to go to 3 days so that I've got time to think, I've got time to put that stuff together, chase down work on a Tuesday and a Thursday, and I'm going to do Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So I'm hopefully going to involve more Mitch. I just can't get enough Mitch in my life. I want to call him every day, chat to him, which was the reason for Mitch's Minute. But I think it'd be cool if Mitch had some time to put in more time, right? Oh, wow, cool, China. Rock and roll, man. Right, so I'm talking about these because Sean did a wicked video asking bartenders to put stuff together. And just before I went to put the show together, I put my YouTube subscriptions on. I subscribe to Sean's Never Never Distilling Company YouTube, and guys, Sean is one of the most talented and like also funny, well, you could call him ex-bartenders, but hospitality crew that I've met in my lifetime. He even did stand-up comedy, right? That takes a lot of balls. So I'm sure that his YouTube channel is going to be awesome. So before I go into these, there's a short video of why I decided to scrap everything and change to one episode, one focus. That way I can focus my brain during like the Monday, during the Tuesday for the Wednesday episode, but not have to do an episode in the evening. I can take care of my son. I can have family dinners, which I'm realizing more and more, spending time with my wife and son is becoming more important than anything else in the world to me. So I need the Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays, right? 4 days. Now, I'm going to play this Never Never video. I watched it and I was like, I just wanted gin, right? And then when I watched the bartenders that came back to him, I wanted gin more. In fact, so much that this episode's dedicated to him, right?
The Never Never Distilling Co needs you. Yes, you, professional bartender, stuck at home with nothing to do. We've created the Never Never Have I Ever Bartender Challenge, a series of tasks set by us that we need you to film each week. Tasks that effectively are pretty in the range of most bartenders, even those who are relatively poor when it comes to their various skill sets. What we want it to be is entertaining. We want it to be exciting. You don't even really need to be that skilled when it comes to creating something that's entertaining. But that's the most important thing. Make it entertaining. At the end of 7 weeks of tasks, we'll have our overall grand winner. Every single week, we're asking you to upload your own video to social media, where we will pick that particular week's winner. The prizes are going to be amazing, supplied by some of the best bars and restaurants doing it tough all around the country right now. All right, so here we go. Week 1. The task is, the challenge is, propel a piece of ice into a vessel. Most impressive throw wins. You have 5 days. All the information is written below. Good luck.
All right. If that fixed it, then did that fix it? Seriously? Ah, come on. Can I switch it? All right. 10-4. Is it back? This is like the most interaction ever. Maybe I should just fuck everything up every single time. All right. I do need a bar back. All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks for letting me know. One day, you know what? Honestly, when this is all over, I'm going to continue making this show, and hopefully there'll be someone else who will come, hang out, sit right there, and have a drink with me. And we can do tastes with multiple people in here. It'd be so cool. I've got enough cameras to run the angles. Anyway. So, let me just go straight across these. So I got two here. You got Southern Strength Gin and you got Juniper Freak, right? And I'm not going to try to break them down for people. I'm not a professional taster. I've learned a long time ago not to do that sort of shit. This is 2016. This is 2018 vintage. Oh, established 2016. That's a non-vintage. It's got 2018 vintage. The branding looks gorgeous. The bottle size is great. Right, on the Southern Strength Gin, we've got We of the Never Never Distilling Company. Right, I'm going to read that once. It's on both. Embrace the journey into the unknown. Oh, sounds erotic. The trail traversed by a daring few, to the star chasers and wonder seekers, state your thirst for adventure with our fearless spirit. That's cool. Then Southern Strength Gin. This one says Juniper Freak. The Southern Strength Gin is a botanical blast of classic flavor with a luxurious mouthfeel. Bold juniper and bright citrus are immediately complemented by a savory root character and perfumed Australian spice. Sounds very good. This is really well put together. The Southern Strength is an overproof gin for gin lovers and makes the perfect Gibson martini or classic gin and tonic. All right, Juniper Freak. This is the one I know I like this one better. The Freak is an oiled up beast of a gin. We've embraced our love of juniper and waxed it out with this wonderfully intense, aromatic, flavoursome gin. At 58% ABV, the juniper leaps off the bottle, fills the nostrils and tingles the lips. It's a seriously big gin, but hey, we're not here to fuck spiders. Right? Love it. Okay. How good is that? You know what? To me, that tastes like what gin's meant to taste like. You know, it's straightforward gin with a bold flavor that will hold up against classic drinks. So perfectly, your gin and tonic's going to still work with the sweetness of tonic water. Yeah, awesome. I'm trying to think. I want a Tom Collins with it, to be honest. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. Right, and how good was the video? The video reminded me of how much, I guess, like, my brain is wired. I've got really bad hay fever, and being out in the garden surrounded by flowers doesn't help, so my eyes get all puffy. I love branding. I've always loved brands. So when a brand reaches out to me and connects with me the way that video just did, it brings me right back into tasting the juice again and starting over. And that's what good branding should do. If you find a juice that you like, great. But like, if you find a juice that you like and the brand speaks to you and you can fall in love with it, then you've got even more reason to appreciate it, you know? And for me, they've done a really great job with that bartender thing. It reached back out, made me change my whole episode. Right. Martinez on that one. I want to try Martinez with that. I'm also going on the sweet vermouth trail because I opened this last episode and, you know, you've got to use it up, right? So let me start with the Martinez, I think. Artesian guy. Now, I'm trying to use up this bag of ice so I can make space to make more ice. So I'm going with bag ice. Mitch will probably get upset with me for just handling everything. Sorry, Mitch. Right, I'm going to make a full-size one. Or should I? No, I'm going to be responsible. I'm having two different ones. I'm going to make a half-size one. Right, I'm starting with the Juniper Freak. I'm going to make myself a little Martinez. Little baby size. Now, I know traditionally you'd probably do closer to equal parts, but I like a little bit more gin. Even though that's 58% and super junipery, I'm still going to do more gin. Right, dash of that. Now, little dash of this jobby. You can actually see the gin going cloudy against the cold ice. Woohoo! And I'm going to put some Regan's orange bitters in there because I want to. Right? Just a dash. Or two. It's 2 dashes, but that's a small dropper. Alright. Gonna go lemon twist. Oh, lemon juniper oiliness. It's got a peppery smell to it as well. Mmm. Alright. Started putting my little baby glasses in the freezer so they're always cold. Where's one of those? Oh God, I can't wait to drink this. Oh, see, look, there's too much blood, eh? Right, so, my penguin's gone. Damn it. What do I do with this extra little bit? It's Monday. I know I've been doing Fun Day Fridays, but why can't Monday be Fun Day? That's what I have to say. Right. Just the tiniest little twist on this. I think the lemon will work. Right. I tried to be delicate with the twist, right? Didn't want to over twist on that thing. It's fucking delicious. I think I could scale up the maraschino a little bit because both this and this seem to dry each other out. I haven't tasted this by itself since I got it. Yeah, so this has got a little bit more astringency than what I'd be used to. Oh, that's really good. How many of you out there have actually tasted this guy? Where is the focus? Nope, it's not going to focus on it. It's really good. Right, Martinez done. A little bit of a lemon twist on there. I think this is a good way to lead into Mitch's Minute. Mitch? I actually have to press the button. See, if someone else was here, they could press the button. I could be like, Mitch, take it away. And then someone else would press the button. But like, you can see.
Common mistake by new bartenders. How about I fill up the script on this one and go with a mistake I've been making a lot of late. Obviously, I've got quite a bit of free time at the moment, and I've been, touching on or rereading a lot of the books that I really liked. And I was reading Sasha's book, R.I.P. Sasha, obviously, fucking wonderful, really focused on the little details that make the important things happen. And I was reading a section of his book where somebody talked about giving him a drink that had been over-zested and he was like, there's no balance in this, and it just all smells like lemon. And I thought to myself, I'm so guilty of that. I zest the fucking shit out of drinks, and I was like, wow, I had forgot to think about the balance and the zest, and I had just been there, fucking blah, blah, blah. So yeah, over zesting drinks.
Right, so I love seeing Mitch come through with these videos every day, and a lot of my best friends are in different countries, spread out all around the world, which you know, makes it difficult for keeping in touch. But contacting Mitch all the time, asking him how he thinks the show is going, him contributing to the show, it feels like we're hanging out, you know. So for me, thank you, Mitch, if you do see this. I love having you contribute to the show, and I'd love to figure out, since we're going to 3 days a week, if I can get, maybe I'll have to front load it, but get a couple more contributors like Lee Linford or Zdenek, you know, like people, even Marco if he's interested, people from around the world's perspective on things, which would be really cool. And then it can just be the Dean Cowan show, just with his mates hanging out, contributing, which would be really cool. We all get to chat more, right? Keep it physical distance, but not social distance, right? Delicious. Okay, so, and it was only a tiny little baby one, so it's appropriately responsible for a Monday. What would I do? Now he says on this, like he's said the perfect Gibson martini. Now the perfect Gibson martini. I have to try to do a Gibson, but I mean, it would require me to just have onions lying around, right? I think I might do 2 different Gibsons, because if I do 2 different Gibsons, I get to try out something that I've been thinking about, right? Oh no. Right, I'm going to do 2 different Gibsons. They're going to be the smallest Gibsons the world has ever seen, you know? But they're still going to be Gibsons. Now, I can get this to work. Door won't close. Door is closed. Now, what's the difference going to be? One of them, I'm going to put a tiny bit of like little acidic juice in. The other one, I'm not. And then I'm also going to go as far as to garnish them with different types of pickled onion, right? You might be asking yourself, what sort of different types of pickled onion? This drink's for me, so I can just use my hands. It's all right. It's a home bar at the end of the day. I do know how to use a scoop. I just don't know where I put the scoop. That's all. Right, so we got these. I'm going to build it over because this ice is super freezing cold, and I need to get some dilution on it. So let's go. Now, my recipe for Gibson, was it Gibson? It was Gibson, yeah. My recipe for a Gibson's a bit rusty. Like, when I'm in the cabin, I just kind of like, meh, recipes. I just kind of throw them together. Because I don't have a GP, I'm not working to charge people money for anything. I don't have to be concerned about how much I'm using or how little I'm using of something. I can just add it, taste, add it, taste. So I'm going to go a little bit more on the wet side here than I normally would. I'm going to get my little steel straw. And I am going to give it a taste. Having never used this before. One thing I'd say, if I was opening a bar and I was deciding on the recipe, I would do this, but I'd have a bunch of different proportions on the gin we landed on. I'd start with a set spec, line up all the gins that we've decided we're going to stock, and I'd make it on every single gin to see which one tastes the best. And then if the one that tastes the best is too expensive, that's your upgrade. Everyone knows upper class, that's what you do. First class, whatever. To quote the old player menu. But, oh, nice. But once I've got the original spec, I'd fine tune it by taking the gins that work the best, the ones that actually we can afford to sell the cocktail at a reasonable price with, and then break those down, start trying the different vermouths, start trying the different combinations of like exactly what proportions, and slowly break it down. Fortunately, no one that makes it to the cabin is super picky about their drinks. Some people are picky, but it's hard to be really picky when you're not paying. And it's easy to just remake a drink when you're not losing money for remaking the drink. You weren't making money in the first place, right? Now, these are my 2 Gibsons. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to fill them all the way up. There we go. And then I'm going to add into one of them tiny little bit of the pickle juice, right? And the other one, I'm just going to put the pickles. Oh no, wait, maybe the other one that I don't put a pickle in, the one that I don't put a pickle in, I'm going to garnish with the pickled thing, right? What do you think the pickled thing is? Right? Now, pickled onion flavor Monster Munch! Right? Who's seen that coming? Alright, let's see. I'm going to go copper with this one. Now, does it balance? That's the big question. Pickled onion flavor Monster Munch. Can you balance it? Who's going to find out? Are we going to find out the hard way? Look at that. Right, now, I'm going to do the which one's better? The pickled onion or the pickled onion Monster Munch as a garnish, right? First of all, I think it should only be fair that I do this jobby, right? So that there's some like similarities between the two. That obviously weighs a lot more. Let's have a look at the other view, if we can do it. Yeah, see, there they are, right? And we got, it's this guy that's in there, right? In the interest of like, hopefully, I can get a nice screenshot of that at some point, right? I'm being lazy. I'm like trying to look like a product photographer-y type person. Look at that. Oh, Jizzy. So good, right? Who would have thought? Right, so these two, let's do it. Let's have a look. So I'm going to start with this one. Which one tastes better? That's fucking good. And I made it. So if you made it, it'd probably be better. That's really nice. I think a little over diluted. I probably got carried away thinking that I'm not going to get the right dilution out of it because it was small. Can't go wrong with pickles. Pickles are delicious. Delicious. Got a fresh, zesty, ginny aftertaste. How does a Monster Munch hold up? Now, the reason I'm doing this is because Sergio Murat, who's probably not watching, right? He said, like, can you use a Monster Munch instead of pickled onion as a garnish on a Gibson? And I responded because I got drunk and done this before. It's already a drink and it's called a Monster Brunch because it was a brunch. Anyway, here we go. To be honest, I think that tastes better than the one with the pickle juice in it. It's got, I can taste the juniper a lot more. I can taste the gin a lot more. I think maybe it's like, in case you didn't know how like vinegar is made, you're basically adding, well, or how do I make sure I say this right? Is it an enzyme or a bacteria? It's like, it's not yeast, it's a different way. Anyway, it's re-fermented to create loads of acid. So I learned that because when I went to Jerez to learn about barrel production, and I'm not going to talk too much about wood styles, I realized that a lot of, and Tim was there. Tim, you're watching, right? A lot of the sherry casks that we get never really held sherry as we would expect sherry to be on our like back bar or whatever. We see all these sherry cask whiskies, but actually what they've done is they've taken sherry, 6-month-old, put it into a cask, a brand new cask, and it doesn't matter if it's American oak or European oak, let it sit there for a few months and then taken it out, put it back in another cask. So it technically had sherry in it, but that sherry doesn't go for our consumption. That sherry then goes and becomes sherry vinegar. So that's how I know how vinegar is made. But now I'm thinking about it. Did I remember exactly what the name of the thing they add, the additive? Is it an enzyme? Is it a bacteria? Tim, do you remember? Tim, who's watching, do you remember? I don't remember. Anyway, moving on from that, let's taste this. Vinegar's awesome, by the way. I like using vinegar and stuff. But I think this tastes better without the vinegar in this. Pickle wins hands down. Monster Munch is going to be stuck to my teeth now. Wait, can I wash it off? What does Monster Munch do with alcohol? Much better. Much better. People, you can't substitute a pickled onion for Monster Munch. It doesn't work. And you figured that out as a result of that test. If you'd like to challenge me on this, go ahead. Get some Never Never gin, right? You need to buy both of them. Just buy them. Spend the money, right? Support Sean so Sean can make more awesome videos. Get your Never Never fix and then do it yourself. So Tim says it's Mar. M-A-R. And Mitch, who was also there, two of the people that were with me in Jerez are watching the show currently, right? Which is awesome, right? Two of my favorite people in the world. We had been drinking What Up Tim Ward, says Mitch, to Tim's It's Mar. For all those people that watch on YouTube and don't get to see the actual comments, I'm just going to start reading out the comments, right? I mean, what's the worst that can happen? I lose a subscriber or two, but at least if you know what's going on the live feed, then you can see what's going on the live feed. And hopefully, if YouTube numbers outnumber Facebook, which it's miles away, I'll just switch to live on YouTube. I find YouTube to be less negative. I learn more from YouTube. But obviously, there's more people able to get onto Facebook and stuff. You know, there's more people on Facebook than YouTube. Right. So, how do I wrap up an episode that wasn't well planned? Right? How do I, let me test these again. Do we make one more drink? Oh, I didn't taste something new. That's what I normally do. I should taste something new. Wait, I'll be right back. I'll get something new that I haven't opened yet. All right, I had to run off camera because this just arrived. Choya Original, right? Japanese ume fruit. What does it say on the back? It says, wow, Japanese ume fruit. Aromatisiris. It's none of it is in English. Oh no, wait. All the way down the bottom. Japanese ume fruit flavored wine-based drink. Okay, so I thought that was not what that is. Choya Original. Its delicate aroma and exquisite flavor are unsurpassed. Enjoy this Japanese specialty beverage either on the rocks as a cocktail or as an aperitif. Highly recommended in brackets as aperitif. Chilled in the summertime and hot in the wintertime. Well done. That's a nice explanation. I'm going to start with on the rocks, I think. Going to get myself a nice piece of ice. I'm going to get myself a nice glass. Gonna do a warm tasting so I know. All right. Do I have to do this every episode? No. But in honor of all the previous episodes where I was tasting something new, I'll taste something new off the back bar in future. We'll go through something on the back bar. But I'd rather have episodes completely focused on one thing so I can revert back to them. It smells like candied plums. In fact, I'll tell you what it smells like. You know when you go to the cinema and you get that cup and then you go to the big like collection of sweets, and then they've got like everything from cola bottles to like the little like egg looking things and love hearts, and then they've got some chocolates, and you don't want to put too many chocolates in because they weigh too much, right? The weight of the chocolate is too much. Whereas those little egg things and the teeth, they don't weigh anything. They're super light, but there's more volume in them. So you end up going a couple of sour things and you scoop your thing. I've always thought, wouldn't it be interesting if you created one of those that was free and then seen how people pick and choose their sweets and just had a camera there, just record it, and you could like, right, cool, what are these people doing? Get some data. Anyway, it smells like one of those cups of mixed candied stuff. Right. Well, it tastes great. Mouthfeel, super light. I'm getting a little bit of zinginess at the sides, a bit of acid at the sides. No astringency whatsoever. Not a huge depth of flavor. It's got a hint of plum. And then at the front, I'm getting, I'm now starting to, my mouth is now watering. So it's like, it's moreish. Pour this over there. Give it a little stir. So what is Tim saying? Tim, I agree, by far my favorite place for a Gibson. So when best Gibson I ever had was that Gibson. Oh, of course, yeah. Like, it's Marion Beckett. Oh, Loving Ma. It's Ma. Okay, so it's Marion, right? It's nice. It's good. But if I was going to choose a on ice from a bottle wine-based aperitif to have in the sunshine, it'd be Rancan-Can. Which actually makes me think I'm going to do a Rancan-Can episode, because I can Rancan-Can anytime I want to. It's the Dean Callan Show. My name is on it. I can do whatever I want. And on that note, ume vinegar in a Gibson. How do I make the ume vinegar in the Gibson? Should I just do you mean just put some of that in there? Or get some ume vinegar? We'll find out, right? I'm in. We'll do a Gibson episode. This wasn't meant to be a Gibson episode. So no, Ma is what forms to make vinegar. Thanks, Tim. You're awesome. It's called Ma. I was trying to get you to respond to that. All right, so, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. This has been another episode of Cabin Fever, or the Dean Callan, I don't know what to call it, Dean Callan Show, Cabin Fever. Kind of over the cabin feverness of it, because as crazy as I'm getting locked inside the house, I'm always locked inside the house. I like my house. My house has my wife and my child in it, and my bar, and God knows how many televisions. I actually don't know how many TVs there are. In the bar right now, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 big screens. Inside the house, it's we must have 7 TVs. Is that a positive? I don't know. Well, we can watch stuff like this. That's a positive. Are you ready? 12 minutes of bartenders doing awesome stuff. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Hope this is a nice distraction.
Dougal, and I'm Paul Harlan.
And we used to be bartenders. Got Paul, any stories? Yeah. This one's for you, Never Never. Fuck this. That's it.
Josh, do you reckon you could get some ice?
Cheers, mate.
Wow, that was amazing. Thanks so much, guys, to everybody who entered. There's some amazing videos there. My name's Sean, one of the co-founders here at Never Never Distilling Co. This is Michael. He's been madly putting, 1.5 metres away, Michael. He has been madly putting together all of the videos that you've seen already. Big thanks to him. My job is to basically tell you the winner of this week's challenge and introduce next week's challenge. So this week was all about propel a piece of ice into a vessel. Best throw wins. And there was lots of different, I guess, recreations. There was lots of different interpretations, which is exactly what we want. However, sometimes simplicity always wins. And for me, Ben Adlington from Doc Adams and Jock Jarvis from Flight's Gin Bar. Again, those guys, where are they from? Inbound Creative.
Yeah.
They're also a little company in McLaren called Inbound Creative. Well done, guys. That was amazing. And just so you know, it wasn't just about the fact that it was really well put together. I don't care. It could be shot on a camera phone. In fact, some of you did. Some of you thought you shot it on 3310, which is, you know, again, fine. It was all entertaining. It doesn't have to be something that's really sort of well shot and all put together. You know, it helps sometimes, but not necessary. The boys did a great job, though, with the throw. And the throw was amazing. From the roof, straight into the glass. Even one of those little tiny little rocks glasses. Absolutely nailed it. I know how many times you probably had to go at it. So again, good patience, guys. You win a case of Triple Juniper Gin and a case of Fever Tree Mediterranean tonic water. So well done to you guys. We've also got some runners up. Matt Baker, that kickflip was outrageous. I loved it. Again, thank you very much. Looked fantastic. Jack Connor, the 4X Gold Tree, mate. Again, you're speaking to my Queensland heart. That was exceptional. Really enjoyed it. Jordan Holland, mate, just simple, crisp skills. Crisp skills. Really, really loved the Corona t-shirt as well. Nice little subtle jab at the coronavirus. The behind the back throw, absolutely topped it off. And Tom Guy with the golf chip. Mates, I love golf trick shots. And that was, you know, right out of the top drawer. Again, when it comes to who wins these particular experiences. There isn't any criteria. It's about being entertaining, making sure that you're ticking all the boxes as well. Stick it up on social media, and again, make sure it's under 30 seconds, because poor old Michael here doesn't need to go through 2.5 minutes to 3 minutes of trying to find out where the best bit of your video is. 30 seconds to make sure that you are in with the chance. Oh, I almost forgot. Last runner-up, Cam McKenzie. Cam, you built a siege weapon in a weekend. That's outrageous. Again, you know, you didn't kind of get the ice in the vessel, which is problematic because it's part of the task. But again, you did you could have done it. You could have used any vessel. You could have just used a swimming pool, and you would have got all of those shots in. It could have been like a moat in a castle. I'm just giving you ideas. Would have been awesome. Unfortunately, you didn't use them, and you're in a runners-up prize. You'll still get some gin. All of our runners-up will still get some gin. Thank you to everybody who entered. All of your videos were amazing. You all go into our live leaderboard. Again, if you are the winner after 7 weeks of entries, you'll receive a trip for 2 down here to South Australia for our relaunch. We'll put you up in a nice hotel after all these coronavirus is done and dusted, after all the travel restrictions are lifted. It's going to be one hell of a party. We can't wait to celebrate with you. Right, on to this week's challenge. This week's challenge is recreate your best Friday night service in your kitchen. Most impressive recreation wins. Don't call your mates over, stay at home. Those are the rules. Okay? Best video, submit it online or email it across to us, and email it across to us so that Michael can put it into the montage at the end of the week. The hashtags for this week is Never Never Have I Ever and hashtag bartended for my plants. So make sure you put those in your description so we can find your video. It's very, very important. The prize for this week is $150 from one of our partner venues. So again, it doesn't matter where in Australia you enter, we will find a venue close to you and we will give you a $150 voucher for food and alcohol if you want, or it could just be food. It's totally up to you as to how you spend it. I also wanted to say thanks. Also, one person I didn't mention was Jimmy Burchett. Jimmy, that was the saddest video that I've ever seen, mate. I hope you're okay. And you're doing all right. We're going to send you a bottle of gin as well, because I know that you probably used a whole bottle when you were making that gin soup. I thought it was great. Thanks again, guys. Can't wait to see all your videos. Oh, one other thing, we are going to open this up to international guests. We've had a few people message me from the UK, a few people message me from New Zealand. If you would like to submit a video from wherever you are in the world, we're going to create an international section. It won't interfere, obviously, with the stuff that we've already set up here in Australia, but if it's an amazing video, we're going to make sure that we celebrate with you as well. Thank you so much, guys. Can't wait to judge this week.
If you hung out this long, thanks for hanging out. And you've seen what he said. He's opening it up to international. Get involved. And yeah, thank you. Finish button.